People tend to say the things that I'm thinking often enough that I sort of forget that people don't know the things that I know. One quote that I really love by Ariana Grande is that there's so much room at the top. She said it at least 3 times. It felt very personal to me. It was when I was like starting-ish, being like public and like professional and all that. Like performance art stuff publicly, where people could like see it more than like right in front of me. It felt like a welcome sign. It felt very personal. I liked to pretend that she saw some of my things and was like, yes, come on. And we were like friends. I'm gonna say that again because I just love it so much. There's so much room at the top. It makes so much sense. When you go into the idea, when you work on a production set, you have to have a person for each thing. Even many like influencers, they have like a team helping with them with their cool videos. There's somebody for lights, somebody for audio, the performer, they call it the talent, but everybody there is talented. The videographer, the cinematographer. The other quote that I love, or actually this one's not a quote, it's I learned that Beyonce, she would say like, when she was looking for background singers and background vocalists, she was like, she'll only work with superstars. She'll only work with people who she feels like are on her level. And so like, when it comes to competitiveness, I feel like it's more like sharpening each other's talents, sharpening each other's like standards, not so much like not outdoing each other so that you can feed your ego in a vain like I'm better than you kind of way, but like so that you could continuously be better. Because if you're always inspiring somebody to do better in like a very competitive sportsy kind of way, like beat me now, you know, and then they do, and then you outdo them, and it's like this continuous cycle. The superstars that come out of that, love it. This will sound vain and egotistical to somebody. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I waited to put out music until I started seeing people like, I prayed because I needed somebody like Tyla. Once Tyla came out, then I was like, okay, now I can start. That it felt like a welcome sign. I forget that like in this sort of realm of like public performance, whatever way you do it, I forget that some people do see it as a competition, where I see it as team building. I'm used to working with production sets. I love working with a group of people, so like me not copying people is not me like rejecting that, it's just me trying to add something new. And I have noticed some people copying me, which I love. I love being a creative like idea maker. I have kind of, you know, ran out of some ideas lately and started kind of leaning on things that I see on other people, which is also fun. You know, it's like that's part of like a team, a group, a family. It's just, that's something that I wanted to say in case there's anybody who doesn't, who thinks that they have to be better than the next. Like, yeah, it's great to have motivation, absolutely. Like, I grew up in like playing soccer, you know, playing sports, like in a sportsmanship kind of way. Yes, competition, but like in a I'm better than you, like a legitimate like thinking that you have to like fuel your ego, like that doesn't make sense. You know, you can't live off that, because like eventually you'll be 90 and yeah, you'll have your stuff to look back on, but what about then? You'll still be alive then, but if you're always having to be better than somebody else, then what about when you're not? What about if you're sick? What about when you're weak? What if something happens to you? You know, it's just something I was thinking about. The idea of camaraderie. Comrade! We're comrades, okay? Just saying. Bye, old pal. Let's be buddies.